You hatch from an egg case glued to a twig, dropping out on a thread of silk alongside dozens of siblings you will never speak to again. Within minutes, you are already hunting. There is no learning period, no practice round. Your body arrived already armed. For millions of years, mantises have survived by being almost nothing but appetite and patience. No parent feeds you. No colony protects you. From the very first hour of your life, you are completely alone. Cornell University has studied predatory insects like you for decades, documenting how a creature this small can dominate prey many times its own size using nothing but stillness and timing. The Smithsonian Institution holds extensive collections built around understanding exactly how that hunting strategy evolved across different mantis species. You are pale and tiny at first, barely visible against the leaf you cling to. Your body has no wings yet. Your color has not fully formed, but your eyes work immediately, and your front legs are already folded, ready. This folded position has a name. Entomologists call it the raptorial stance, a posture built for a single explosive strike. You did not learn it. You were born already holding it. For your first days, you eat almost anything that moves and fits inside your reach. Tiny flies, aphids, other newly hatched insects barely bigger than yourself. Survival at this stage is simply about eating before something else eats you. Is that fair? You never ask. Mantises do not pause to consider fairness. As you grow, you molt, shedding your outer skin again and again, each time emerging slightly larger, slightly more developed. This process is called incomplete metamorphosis, meaning you change gradually across many molts rather than transforming all at once inside a cocoon. Each molt is dangerous. For a short window after shedding your old skin, your new body is soft, vulnerable, unable to defend itself properly. Many mantises die during this exact moment, caught by predators while their armor is still hardening. You survive molt after molt, and with each one your camouflage sharpens, green like a fresh leaf, brown like a dried stem. Some species even mimic flower petals so precisely that prey insects land directly on you, mistaking you for the very thing they came to feed on. The Royal Entomological Society has documented this kind of camouflage extensively, describing it as one of the most refined disguise strategies in the entire insect world. You are not pretending to be a flower because you understand deception. You are simply built this way, and the result happens to be deadly. Let's reconstruct a single hunt. You wait, motionless, on a branch for hours. Your body sways gently with the wind, indistinguishable from a leaf. A fly lands nearby, completely unaware. You do not chase. You do not need to. Your eyes track the fly's movement with a precision few insects can match, calculating distance and an angle without conscious thought. Then, in less time than it takes to blink, your front legs snap forward. The strike is over before the fly even registers danger. Spiked forelegs close around its body, holding it in place while you begin to feed, often while it is still alive. This is the counterintuitive twist that surprises most people learning about mantises for the first time. Patience, not speed, is your primary weapon. You can remain still for hours, sometimes an entire day, simply waiting for one mistake from something else. Nature has published studies tracking exactly how mantis strike speed and accuracy compare to other predatory insects, confirming that few hunters anywhere in the animal kingdom combine stillness and precision quite the way you do. As you mature, you eventually grow wings, although depending on your species and sex, you may use them only briefly or barely at all. Flight, for many mantises, is less important than the hunt itself. Eventually, you reach adulthood, and reproduction becomes the final, dangerous chapter of your life. If you are female, you may encounter a male mantis who approaches with extreme caution, often circling for long minutes before attempting to mate, because there is a very real chance you may attack and consume him during or after the act. The University of Exeter has studied this behavior across multiple mantis species, finding that sexual cannibalism, while not universal, occurs often enough to shape mating behavior dramatically. Males that survive often do so by approaching slowly, from specific angles, minimizing the chance of triggering your predatory instincts before mating is complete. Why would evolution allow such a brutal possibility within the same species? Between potential mates, researchers suggest one answer again and again. The extra nutrition gained from consuming a mate can directly increase the number and health of the eggs that follow, meaning even this brutal outcome can serve the survival of the next generation. You were never built around comfort or partnership. You were built around survival, efficiency, and the relentless continuation of your species. Even when that continuation comes at the male's expense. Does that sound familiar? Many relationships in nature and in human life involve far more complicated trade-offs than anyone expects walking in. Vulnerability exists on both sides. Risk exists alongside connection. Few situations are ever as simple as they first appear. If you are a female mantis, you eventually lay your own egg case, called an ootheca, gluing it carefully to a branch and producing a foam-like protective coating that hardens around dozens of eggs inside. You do not stay to guard them. You do not return to check on them. Within weeks, your own body begins to weaken, your final molt long behind you, your final hunts becoming slower and less successful. Most adult mantises live only a single season, several months at most, an entire life condensed into one summer, or one autumn before the cold arrives and ends what hunting alone could not. The cycle does not pause for your absence. The eggs you left behind will hatch the following spring, dropping out on threads of silk exactly the way you once did. Already hunting within minutes. Already alone. Already perfectly equipped for a life no one will teach them how to live. You hatch from an egg case glued to a twig. And somewhere on that same branch, months from now, a new generation will drop down exactly the same way, inheriting nothing from you directly except the patience, precision, and solitary instinct that let your species survive for millions of years before either of you existed.